is Sahara and welcome back to my channel. It is June 1st and I'm doing something that I typically don't do, and that is I'm doing a TBR video. Typically I am a mood reader and I almost never do TBRs, but I was looking at my Goodreads and I've only read 21 books this year, and I'm kind of like, I could have done better because it's already like we're in the middle of the year now. And I feel like if I took more of a strategic approach on how to get my TBR list down, maybe I'll have better luck. So this month I decided to do a TBR and hopefully it will be successful. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started with my first book of June. This is more of a carryover book. Oh yeah, and what I'm really trying to do too is get my library books list down, because I had so many books from the library checked out. It was just ridiculous and I wasn't really finishing them. I would start them and not finish them, and it's like, we don't want to do that. So I'm trying to get my library books down, and I'm trying to get these subscription box books read, because I'm not reading them as fast as I'd like to. And please pardon me, my throat has been itchy and it's kind of annoying, so give me a moment. Anyway, so my first book is a carryover book from May, and this is the Fairyloot version of Daughter and the Moon Goddess. Isn't she a beauty? Now, I'm sorry, I have to show these sprayed edges. This is probably one of my favorite subscription box books. And I am currently on page 230. That's chapter 19. So I'm like halfway done with this book. I was doing a buddy read with a friend, and she's already finished it. And I guess I read like 100 times slower than she does. So, excuse me. I'm halfway through this one. It is my goal to have it done by the weekend. And today is what? Wednesday? Oh gosh. Yeah, so I gotta get reading, so I'm not gonna spend too much time doing this video. But I've got to say, so far I have this as a 4-star read. I am enjoying the writer's way of writing. The way she expresses this girl's story is amazing. It's almost like hearing a beautiful symphony. Like seriously, it's so beautiful. Now, the one problem I'm having with this story is the one perspective. We are only hearing from my main protagonist, and we're not hearing from anyone else's point of view in this story, and that is kind of irking me, because the whole world is, well, it's not revolving around this girl, and it's kind of like I would like to know a little bit more about what's going on with her mother and with her love interest. I feel like I'm getting to a part of this book where we are approaching a love triangle. I don't know how I feel about the love triangles, because like I haven't read too many books that were centered around a love triangle, so I'll get back to you on that. The jury's out on that, but I kind of feel like this girl is about to be in a love triangle. So anyway, this is book number 1. I'm hoping to have it done by this weekend, and it's Daughter of the Moon Goddess, and this is by Sue Lynn Tan. Absolutely gorgeous book. I love this book. Oh my gosh. Okay. So before I choke to death, give me a second. I gotta get some more water. I'm so sorry. And when I finish that book, I want to finish Aurora Rising. And this is by Amy Kaufman and Christoph J. This is, what do you call that? A YA sci-fi kind of fantasy type book. I did read The Illuminate Files some months back. Not my favorite book. I will not be continuing on with that particular series. But upon starting this book, I find that many of the characters from this book were also in the Illuminate Files, and it's not making me want to go on with the Illuminate Files, but I'm hoping the format of this book is more interesting to me, because like the Illuminate Files drove me nuts. I just did not like that book. I want to say I gave it 2 stars. But so far, I am liking this book a lot better than I like the Illuminate Files, and I'm only on page 28. Instead of going back and forth with these books, I'm trying to just stick to one book, because typically, because I am a mood reader, a lot of times I will have as many as 4 books going on at one time, and I'm finding life is a little too hectic for that shit, and I can't do it anymore. So I'm focusing my attention one book at a time. So after Daughter and the Moon Goddess, it will be Aurora Rising, and this is a library book, and I will be returning it as soon as I'm done. With this TBR, I plan on alternating my subscription books and library books, so I don't have the books from the library too long. Oh, excuse me. My son just cooked something with a lot of cayenne pepper, and it really just might kill me. Anyway, so when I finish that book, I have my Crate version of the Ivory Key with no sprayed edges, so I was kind of upset about that. This is a gorgeous book. I don't know much about it except there is some siblings, there's magic, and it is I think it's based off of Hindu mythology. I could be wrong, do not quote me on it, but it is very, very interesting sounding to me. I don't want to butcher the author's name. Akshaya Brahman. I am so sorry if I said that wrong, but this will be my next read when I'm done with Aurora Rising, the Ivory Key. If you've read this book, let me know. And actually, I'm at a point right now, I'm looking for more people that I can do buddy reads with. I have a good friend, she and we do a couple buddy reads a month. And for the last couple reads, like, she has surpassed me each time. Clearly she reads a lot faster than I do. And it's kind of, yeah, it's a little embarrassing. I need some more people to buddy read with me and kind of motivate me to keep reading, because, like, I really enjoy these stories. I really, really do. So hopefully I will enjoy the Ivory Key as well. And if you're interested in any of these books, please reach out and let me know, and perhaps we could do a buddy read. Now, my next book is, I believe this is a middle grade book. Typically, I do not read middle grade books, but I said this year I was going to give middle grade a try. This is a book that I got from the Goodwill for like 50 cents. I love the cover and the premise of this book. It is called The Ghost of Marlowe House, Haunting Danielle, Book 1, and it's by Bobby Holmes. This should probably be a very quick read. It only has 245 pages, more pages than I was expecting, but that will be my next read. This is a middle grade book, and I'm hoping to get that done in a day or two, but the way my mind is set up and the way my life is set up, it might take me longer. But I really, really want to get these books read by the end of June. Oh gosh, excuse me. Okay, and the next book I have lined up for June would be Jade City. I checked this book out from the library, I want to say 3 months ago, and finally they were just like, give us back our book. So I returned it a few days ago. I was by the library yesterday and it was back on the shelf, and I was like, you know what, we're going to check it out again, and this time we're going to actually read it. This is a part of a trilogy. It's written by Jane Fonda Lee, and I hear nothing but great things about this book. I want to see what all the hype is about. If you've read this book, let me know. And what did you think of it? I've got to get this one done, and this is sort of a thickums. It's going to take me some time. How many pages do we have? Close to 500 pages. It has 495 pages. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get this book read, but I'm going to do the best I can to get this one done by the end of June. Okay, so this is a very what word am I looking for? Oh gosh, I would be very surprised if I read all of these books. It's a very ambitious list of books that I have set for myself for the month of June, but if I do succeed in this goal of reading these books, I have a bonus book that I want to read, and I don't know why this book is jumping in front of all the other books I have received, but this is the book of the month version of Darling Girl, and this story is about, it's a Peter Pan retelling. Actually, and to be honest with you, I don't even really know the Peter Pan story. Why this book is grabbing me to read it, I have no idea. I don't want to believe it's the cover, because like, yeah, it's a pretty cover, but I have a lot of books with pretty covers, but it's something about this book. It is saying, hey, you need to put me at the top of your TBR. I'm really, really hoping I enjoy this book. But yeah, this will be my bonus read, considering I finish this TBR. Outside of that, I am going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I'd like to know what you guys have planned to read in the month of June, and what have you read thus far? In the future, I plan on doing another video about what I've read thus far this year, and I can tell you off the top of my head, my biggest disappointment that I've read, it would have to be Lore. I did not enjoy that book, and I have half a mind to do a video on the reasons why I did not enjoy that book. And another book that I read this year that I loved, I'm going to have to say, is The Puppy War. That book, I think it was my first book of the year, and it was a 5-star read. I love that book. I want to go on with the trilogy, but I've got to get this stuff done first. Anyway, I'm done blabbing about my June TBR. I'm very curious to know what your June TBR is. Why don't you let me know in the comments below? Like and subscribe to my channel if you do so choose, and I will see you guys the next time. Oh yeah, and I forgot. I went ahead and I renewed my book-only subscription with Illumicrate. I have been trying for the last 3 days to figure out what the damn book is. I can't figure it out. And if you have any ideas, please put that in the comments below, because I absolutely don't know, and I'm hoping I don't get disappointed, because like the way they hyped it up and, you know, described this book, it was one of those things I was like, oh crap, I don't want to miss this. Same thing for Fairyloot. My thing is like, I don't want to skip any months of Fairyloot, because I really want that tarot deck, and they've been doing a great job with these books this year. I'm really, really loving Fairyloot, and I don't want to miss anything. I did skip Owlcrate, because Owlcrate, they've dropped the ball a few times, because I don't have an example right now, but yeah, Owlcrate's kind of been dropping the ball. So I skipped them. I also skipped the book of the month because I didn't see any choices, anything that I wanted from book of the month. I think it was the Stardust Thief that came in my Fairyloot, so there was no need in getting that from book of the month. So anyway, if you have any ideas of what these books are going to be for Fairyloot and Illumicrate, please drop them in the comments below, because I can't figure it out. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I am about to go. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys the next time. Bye.